Being financially independent is one of the many things we strive for. We work, we save, work more, all to attain a position where we don't have to live from hand to mouth. Do you want to be free from debt and to be able to provide adequately for yourself and your family? Or do you want to retire early and move into the wealth you have created for yourself through your right choices? Then it all translates to your need for financial emancipation. There are many ways to achieve that, and equally many reasons to achieve the goal. I will be sharing with you some ways to achieve financial independence and retire early if you so desire. Watch this video to the end to understand how the systems work and how you can put them to good use. Finally, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. What do you think are the benefits of gaining financial freedom? Let's find out. Number 7, you'll be able to learn new skills. Having financial security and not having to work for a living affords you the ability to spend time learning something new. These new skills sometimes become very profitable and end up generating more money than what you previously made at your job. You might become better at investing in the stock market, learn more about real estate, start a business, or even become more educated to make a higher wage at a job. There's no limit to what you can learn because you have enough time and enough money at your disposal. It might just be a hobby that unintentionally turns profitable. If you really like golfing, perhaps you could become a professional and start giving others lessons. Or maybe you're an excellent baker and decide to sell baked goods, allowing you not only to spend time doing what you love, but getting paid for it. Those who spend their entire week working often don't have the energy or the time to spend on new things that they're passionate about. Number 6, you'll have income security. Many employees cling to the misconception of job security by working for someone else. But for the most, job security is merely an illusion. The truth is, most companies don't have their employees' best interest in mind and would not hesitate to let them go with little notice. After all, to survive the competition, a business's goal is to maximize profits by leveraging its employees. How many people do you know that were let go by their employer after many years when they were assured security? What if you became mentally or physically unable to work? Or if someone in your family becomes so and needs you to quit your job? Is there still job security? When you're financially independent, there is little worry about where your next check is coming from. While investment value does tend to fluctuate, it's something you can rely on for the most part, and it provides another level of financial security. Number 5, you'll be more prepared for the unknown. With money and life in general, there are so many unknowns. But the good news is that those who plan to reach financial independence early are some of the best planners and are prepared for a diversity of surprises. These people don't loosely consider their finances, expenses, and unknowns and expect to live a long and prosperous retirement. They regularly analyze their spending, monitor their income and investments, and consider many scenarios looking for ways to increase their income. Although no one can indeed be prepared for every situation, these types of people are some of the best planners and analyzers. Take a look at how many people lose their hats when there's a recession, and contrast that with someone who's seeking financial independence. One group of people is far worse off than they were before the recession, and the other group is usually wealthier due to their knack for seizing and utilizing opportunities. Being financially stable is the best thing one can ever set as a goal and ultimately achieve. Number 4, you can set priorities. You cannot underestimate the importance of setting your priorities right, especially when you're trying to achieve financial security. Ideally, you will have a clear and consistent reason for wanting to achieve this goal. Do you plan on spending time raising your children, or do you want to travel around the world? Then you would have to set your priorities correctly. Most people set their goal to achieve financial independence because they want to focus on what's important to them. Setting priorities will also help you balance your life. For example, if your goal is to spend more time with your kids, you probably don't want to ignore them for 10 years while focusing on achieving financial independence. It's important to appropriate your energy in a balanced manner. Number 3, you'll have much more potential. The freedom that comes with financial independence provides much more potential in all areas of your life. You'll have plenty of leverage to build wealth further if you want to become very rich, as you can continue to work a more enjoyable job. If your calling is helping people, you can dedicate the rest of your life to doing that without worrying about earning money. You could travel and see the world if it seems like that's something you really want to do. What would your boss say if you said that you needed time to travel the world? Think of the difference you make if you don't have to work, in contrast to someone who spends most of their waking hours earning a paycheck. Spending most of your formative years working a job really restricts your ability to focus on activities of your choice. Number 2, you'll be less stressed. Money issues are the #1 cause of stress in the United States, with 72% of Americans having worried about money during the past month. That is a staggering statistic that many people don't realize. Sadly, money is also the #1 cause of divorce. This stress can lead to anxiety, depression, heart problems, and other long-term issues that could otherwise be avoided for the most part. If you can minimize the main cause of stress in your life, why wouldn't you? Being financially free can reduce arguments about money, negative feelings about spending, and anxiety about not having enough to meet obligations. Financially independent people must be accustomed to living below their means. Some people suffer at this because they don't want to save their money until they're too old to spend it. Consider that no one really enjoys cutting back on spending, but what they do want is to minimize their money worries. Only spending a portion of your earnings while not always having fun can reduce the stress of a money shortage. In addition, consider how stressful it is to live from one paycheck to the other and to keep up with Uncle Sam. Compare that to having financial freedom and decide which you'd prefer. Number 1, more options will be available to you. Being financially independent has a lot of sparks, but this is probably the best part of being financially independent. The ability to make choices without being restricted by our work schedule is extremely liberating, even if you still need to keep a budget. Who knows where you'll be in the next couple of years, but chances are that it will be somewhere of your choice when you're not stuck working a job in perpetuity. You could move to a new city to feel it out, go abroad for vacation, homeschool your kids, volunteer, or take a lower-paying, stress-free job. If you enjoy your career choice and decide to keep working, you can continue doing that and decide to retire whenever you want. You could even take some time off and go back to work after a few years. Having options in life can really help your finances long-term, too. Being financially independent comes with a relaxing and extremely comforting feeling. You have an almost unlimited choice, time to do as you please, to prioritize, to create your world and live in it happily. Who doesn't want this? Let us know what you think about these reasons for achieving financial freedom. Is it reason enough for you? Leave a big thumbs up on this video if it's been helpful. And if you're new on our channel, subscribe and turn on your post notification. See you in the next video.